Hey pals, this is a short demo on how to import Adobe Premiere sequences into Adobe After Effects by using the dynamic link. It's a really useful way to be able to utilize all the power of editing video in Adobe Premiere and then import your Premiere sequence into After Effects without having to first export it. Because if you're in Premiere and then you export a video and then you import that into After Effects and then you export that, you're then exporting your work twice. Not only does that take more time, but then it also creates more loss within the video and the audio because there's always some level of loss and compression in all those moves. So it also cuts down on the number of large files that are hanging around on your computer. So what you're going to do is you're going to do your video editing in Premiere, and then you'll bring that Premiere sequence into After Effects so that you can do After Effects motion graphics-y stuff on top of that or underneath it or within it or whatever. So basically, the way that it works is it starts out by working in Adobe Premiere to edit the video. So what I have here is the same video from an earlier demo where I was cutting together video, making it sync to the music. So you can see here, it's just this straightforward video that I was cutting and editing before, and it is inside of this Premiere Pro sequence called Type in Space Play 20. So I'm going to make sure that that's saved. Then I'm going to switch over to After Effects. So I have a brand new After Effects project. I'm going to add a new composition. Call this Type 2 Demo Dynamic Link 01. I'm going to make it black. I want to make sure it's 1920 by 1080. My other thing is like 28 seconds long, so I'm going to make this 29 just to make sure I have enough time for it. Okay, so then instead of just going to import and then picking files like we've been doing, in After Effects here, I'm instead going to say Adobe Dynamic Link, and then the two options are a new Premiere Pro sequence, meaning I could like create one from nothing and then go back and start editing the video in that, or import Premiere Pro sequence, which is the one that I want because my Premiere Pro sequence already exists. Now this import menu isn't the most friendly. It's friendlier if you've done a good job of organizing your files, but basically like the way mine works is I have documents and then Iowa State, then semesters, we're in the 20 spring semester. Type 2 is the class. This is a demo file. This is part of the type over time demos. And so then once I get to my Premiere project file, you'll notice over here is where the assets from that project file come up. Now these folders don't have anything in it because it's not going to show me the media. It's only going to show me the Premiere Pro sequences, like the sequences where you've done your editing. And so that's the one that I want. So I click that file and then I hit OK. And what it imports is that file. So now this is a live link to that other Premiere Pro sequence that's in the Premiere Pro file. And so sometimes this does take a second to come up. And so if it does, I will just edit this part out. So it doesn't always show up right away. That's a funny new little bug. Okay, so you can see here that I'm watching my video from that other thing. And then if I hold down the Command key while I scrub, you should hear a little bit of the audio. All right, so that's all same. I brought the sequence in and put it into my composition. Now, because I want to take advantage of After Effects, one of the things that I would like to do for this is I'm going to remove this type from the Premiere Pro sequence so that I can then do my type in After Effects. So if I flip back over to Premiere Pro, in fact, I don't even have to delete it. If I just turn it off, right? So I just turn off that visibility, the visibility of that layer. Once I hit save and flip back over to After Effects, you can see now that that change is automatically updated here. Okay, so now I want to add some type. I'm going to add my name and the class and stuff. So I'm going to go to new text. Let's say Alex Braidwood type 2 demo. And then I'm going to set it to medium, but then go back in and set this part to heavy. And then see, I put over here. No, you know, actually I do. I want it in the center. See, so it's set to composition. I'm going to center it. I don't want it to be on the screen for the whole time. I just want it to be there for like a couple seconds. For some reason, I just updated both AfterEffects and Premiere, and it's for some reason it's not updating every time when I do something. But I have figured out just today from trying to work with this, with having just updated both of these programs, that if I flip back over to Premiere and hit save, and then come back to AfterEffects, then like it works like it's supposed to be working. So you might see me do that a couple times. Okay, so now I'm going to adjust the tracking so that it does like the widen out thing. Okay, so I'll go back to start there, and then at the end I want it to be like almost to the edge, like that. Yep, you can see here, like if I save and then come back over, like then it shows up like I'm expecting it to. So I don't know what that is, but if you start finding the same thing in this most recent edition, that seems to be working. Okay, so I've got my name. I've got it so that it like spaces out, and then my video goes along. And then I also want this at the end, but I'm going to reverse it. So remember, if you hit the U key, the U key shows only your keyframes. And so now I'm going to bring the 0 opacity to there and the 100% to there. And then I'm going to do it the other way. I want the close tracking to be at the beginning or at the end, and then the tracked out to be at the beginning. So now it's going to like reverse, right? So it's like not showing up. So if I flip back and hit save, there I have that. So as you're working with this, the other thing is like if you find the spaces where you want to make edits and things change, all you have to do is flip back over to here and make the changes, hit save, and then come back to AfterEffects and they'll be saved just the same way as I turned off that type layer. So then once you're done, same as before, I'm going to go to export, add to the media encoder. And then once that all shows up, I can double check my settings, make sure that like, yep, Vimeo 1080p full HD, double check where it's going to save it. Yep, it's saving it to my dynamic link demo file folder. And then from here, I can hit the run. And now it's going to export my one final composition out of AfterEffects, which includes the Premiere Pro sequence. So then from here, you just export your project out of AfterEffects in the same way that you have been doing using the Adobe Media Encoder. Always making sure to use the Vimeo 1080p Full HD and then setting the folder to, or the file, the output file to the folder of your project. All right, hope that was helpful. Email me or message me on Canvas if you have questions. All right, good luck.